ALYSSA Clark loves to run, so much so she unofficially ran in the Honolulu Marathon to help pace and support a friend who was running the marathon for the very first time. Well, it turns out she stuck with her friend for nearly the entire race.
I wasn't planning on her to do a full 20 miles with me, but it was incredible. I couldn't have done it without her. It was the first big race I've ever done, so it was pretty awesome.
It was a huge deal for Grace, but just a nice little warm-up for ALYSSA, who started running as a young girl.
I didn't know any differently, and so I started running really probably around like 12 to 13. I think I ran my first 10 miles when I was 12, and I was like, I remember writing in my journal, I ran 10 miles today. I scared the crap out of my parents because they were like, where is she?
Although she enjoys running in the mountains or the woods or even surrounded by snow, she says there's something about Hawaii that literally grounds her like no other place.
Gosh, how can you not love running here? And I think it was the community that really, they just believe in you so much. There's so many opportunities to run with people.
Although she's competed in numerous endurance races here, including the Hurt 100-miler, there was one run that eluded her, running around the entire perimeter of Oahu. Turns out that day would come just 2 days after that 20-mile warm-up with Grace in the Honolulu Marathon.
It was just an absolute blast, and it felt like I was running through all of these memories of living here, of like, there's the malasada truck, like my husband used to have malasades, which is Fridays, and just the joy of getting to both like see those memories in a way, like running through my head, and also be creating this amazing new one. I had, I think, 12, 13 people come together to do different sections with me, like running, crewing me, and so just getting that whole experience was incredible. Like I just truly felt the spirit of the island, and it's really cool to be on an airplane landing on this island and know that you've run all the way around it.
In the end, she'd set a new record for the Oahu Perimeter Run.
It was 136 miles, and it took me 25 hours and 20 minutes.
More than an entire day and night of running, but never alone.
You need an incredible team that, I mean, they were, getting ice on me, filling up my water bottles, carrying them, getting me food, just like cheering me on. My night crew had like disco balls and bubble machines and music. So yeah, they really just lift your spirits and keep you going.
Pretty incredible, the team that came through. I wasn't able to run after the marathon, so I biked along her for a little bit, ran the last few miles on the morning she finished with her. So it was pretty cool to see the start and finish and be a part of that. It was pretty spectacular.
Spectacular, brutal, and for most of us, something even impossible to conceive. But for ALYSSA, she considers every step she takes as a blessing. That's because at the age of 14, she suffered from an autoimmune disease that required emergency surgery to remove her colon.
Had some health issues when I was younger, and that was the hardest moment of my life, and nothing in running is ever going to be as hard as that. And so when you have the comparison of that moment, it's like, yeah, running's easy. Running is what I do for fun.
Call it an exercise of mind over matter, finding that perfect place where pain becomes pleasure.
You just go to the space where it's like you're not even thinking, you're just moving, and that's actually a really cool spot to be in. It's like this type of zone or like rhythm where, yeah, you're just going. One of the tricks of ultra running is pretending that you're running when really you could be walking, so I can make running look like I'm running. I sometimes sing songs. It's a lot of just gratitude and joy of getting to do what I do. I just feel, really lucky that I get to experience running around the entire island.
It takes a pretty crazy but determined person to do everything that she does. So, I mean, there's truly no limit to what's next.
And whatever does come next, Alyssa loves the fact that in her world, there are no roadblocks.
Distance running is where women and men are very equal. And so one of the things I have always loved is that we're kind of on the same playing field. And so you can go after overall records and overall wins in races. And I just think it's really fun that we get to be there and often do better.